Good evening, friends. This is Rahul Magan here is a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. Today, standing at Marina Bay Sands, my favorite spot, right, in Singapore. We're going to be shooting a video about exactly, what are the issues that something which is being faced by Indian banks but not coming in the public domain. So with this, I would also like to raise very important point, which is the point of immunization. As we very well understand that Indian banking system is in a mess, and Indian banking system is currently at a situation whereby, as per Reserve Bank of India, approximately 13 lakh crores of the money is actually his non-performing asset. I several times stated in the public domain that this is at least 30 to 45% understated, but that is something I'm not going to be discussing now. I strongly feel that there is one important thing which the bank has to do, and which is a very important role for which the Goldman Sachs is ever known for, and especially a designation, especially the kind of work which they deliver in the global market, which is immunization. Immunization, theoretically speaking, if you open Google and talk about immunization, there is nothing much text which is available about the immunization. But if you carefully see that immunization is all about protecting your assets and liabilities from the interest rate movement. But nowadays there is another scene which is happening in the immunization, which is under the cover or under the earth, which is known as undercurrent. What is happening that the endowment funds, which is the pension funds, as you know that today Treasury Consulting spoke at Sovereign Wealth Fund Institute, and I again turned out to be the youngest speaker at the panel of the Sovereign Wealth Fund Institute. As you very well know that these pension funds are having huge assets, which huge liabilities which they are having. So today, if you are investing in any pension fund, it's a liability for the pension fund because they need to return your money. If today I invest in a pension fund, say $100,000 Sing dollars, that doesn't mean that this is his money, this is my money. It's a liability for him. He will invest this money in some another asset. Now, to generate the return and to make sure that I will continue to get the return, which is of course the job of the portfolio manager. But what is happening that in 2008, when the global financial crisis erupted, the liability gap, which is the difference between the total assets and liabilities. I repeat, the difference between total assets and liabilities was almost $1.5 trillion. $1.5 trillion. And now this has increased to $3.5 trillion. I hope we all have a uniform consensus on one fact, that the asset pricing has considerably increased versus 2008. So sitting at and this number which I am quoting is 2018 number. 2017 number. I don't have 2018 number with me. So in 2017, the liability gap is $3.5 trillion. We know that in the last 12 months, the market has corrected. It has receded. And I'm damn sure that the asset pricing has further decreased. But the basic question is that asset pricing in 2017 is better than what we have in 2008. Even after that, if the liability gap turned out to be $3.5 trillion, it's a cause of concern. We can raise this from two angles. Now, one way is the immunization. Basically, there is a committee in every pension fund, endowment fund, LP, limited partners, GP, general partners, SWF, sovereign wealth fund, is that those who will look after exactly how well protected the particular asset class is, or the sum of asset classes. Asset classes are of multiple types: FX, equity, fixed income, foreign exchange, IR, your energy, weather, and now we have another asset class which is alternatives. In fact, one more which is crypto. It is also joining. Now the scene is that this committee will see that all the non-functional assets and liabilities which we are having, they are appropriately being immunized, so that the changes in the interest rate do not harm much. Generally, the immunization is done on net-up model, which is the net of assets and liabilities. But good banks like Goldman Sachs, they are always known for doing on the gross-up model, which is the gross-up asset and gross-up liabilities. As you know me, that I am also a big supporter of the gross-up model of immunization than the net-up model of the immunization, as the right approach is the gross-up model. But coming back to the point again, this creates a disparity. Now this I term this as a P&L view of immunization. What is P&L view of the immunization? Assuming today Federal Reserve will hike the rate by 1%, it would effectively increase 1% income, or maybe not 1%, 0.8% or 0.7%, because pass-through effect we have to need. I hope you know the definition of the pass-through effect. Because of this pass-through effect, the particular asset value will grow by 0.8% income, while the liability might be closer to 1%. This creates a disparity and that will hit your P&L. One way of looking is the balance sheet view of immunization. What is the balance sheet view of the immunization is that it's very simple. That the present value of non-functional assets present value of non-functional asset currency wise has to be tallied with the present value of non-functional liability currency wise, plus the total present value of non-functional asset has to be equal to the total present value of the non-functional liability. I strongly feel that the banking system of India, which is sitting at $13 trillion of NPA, plus the pension and the endowment funds which we have worldwide, they are facing the similar kind of issues, that the immunization models by the committee is not being done appropriately, or people are not well aware or well versed with how exactly to run the immunization. Moreover, I strongly feel that if the asset prices will get corrected 20% from here, where the probability is very high, then it would create the big mess up in the system. And I think this mess up might reach to $8 trillion, which might be several times in the fallout of 2008. I see this video very gravitatively. I see that the gravity-wise things are pretty much messed up. We need to just see that how much voice we can raise against that. With this, Treasury Consulting would like to thank you very much. You know my mobile number 919899242978. You know our fixed income platform www.fixedincome.global. If you feel that you are a person of competence, you wanted to learn foreign exchange, but you have some credentials in place, we run a WhatsApp group. You are welcome to join that. But you can text us, but that doesn't mean that we will add you. We will see your credentials and then in that we will add you. With this, Treasury Consulting, thank you very much from Marina Bay Sands. And we thank you, Government of Singapore, for providing us such opportunities to grow in Singapore. Very soon, a great news is on the way. Thank you.